Hello, I am Tamika Walker Kelly, President of NCAE, and to all of our NCAE members, Happy New Year. As we say goodbye to 2021 and hello to 2022, Brian and I wanted to give you a recap of NCAE's work over the past year and look ahead at what is to come. Brian?
Thanks, Tamika. As Tamika said, my name is Brian Profit. I'm your NCAE Vice President, and I am extremely proud of the work that we did together over this past year. 2021 was an incredibly difficult year for many educators as we continued to deal with the COVID pandemic and its devastating impacts on our communities, students, and families, the continued staffing shortages in our schools, and the ongoing lack of respect for our profession. In the midst of it all, we as an organization were able to make significant progress.
Let's recap. So, early in 2021, before COVID vaccines were readily available, NCAE members fought for and secured safer working conditions with the Our Safety, Our Say campaign. We organized for safe schools at the local level to include mask requirements and additional safety protocols. Once the vaccines were ready, we were able to get educators earlier access to those vaccines that helped save lives with the Sleeves Up for Students campaign. Over 20,000 educators and public education allies took action via our petition and social media campaign to make that happen.
Meanwhile, Tamika and I worked hard to fulfill our commitment to you to visit every local in the first year of our leadership, starting in the COVID terrifying cold of January in Durham and culminating in a vaccine and warm weather aided party in Murphy in June. The We Heart Public Schools RV tour hit 5 counties every week for 20 weeks. In the process of visiting all 100 counties in the state, we held 65 events that drew thousands of students, parents, educators, and community supporters, all sharing the stories of their love for public schools. That love and those people are the lifeblood of our schools, our organization, and our state. The We Heart Public Schools tour was a remarkable success, and the hundreds of staff and members and supporters who made it happen have so much to be proud of. Similarly, our summer leaders conferences were a huge success. We gathered in person in Raleigh and Asheville before holding additional virtual sessions that led hundreds of members through a variety of skill and community building workshops aimed at growing our locals, building our power, and winning the schools our students deserve. Then, in the fall of 2021, we witnessed incredible solidarity and bravery from our ESPs all across the state who were fighting for better pay and better working conditions. NCAE leadership, staff, and members moved quickly to support those brave school staff. That work will continue as we head into the new year. Right, Tamika?
That's right. And thanks, Brian, for recapping 2021. NCAE is kicking off 2022 with the Our Kids Can't Wait campaign. As the pandemic intensifies staffing issues and the state legislature continues to ignore our calls for a full investment in public education, we have a rare opportunity right now to make a difference at the local level. If you didn't know, North Carolina school districts have a combined $5 billion in federal pandemic relief funds that can be used to ease the pandemic-fueled staffing crisis. This is our opportunity to win lasting improvements, to address staffing shortages and low pay, and to address our immediate needs, such as keeping our schools safe in the face of the new variant. Many districts have already used some of their federal money to pay for bonuses and other compensation, thanks to the work of our local NCAE chapters. There's more work to be done, however, to ensure safe, stable, and supportive schools. The Our Kids Can't Wait campaign will continue this work across the state because we are losing too many valuable educators from our schools, and ultimately, it's our children who lose out. So while our locals are moving that work at the local school board level, NCAE will continue its advocacy work on the statewide level. The Leandro court case continues to make its way through our courts and will be ultimately decided again by the state Supreme Court. And lastly, we are getting ready for another legislative short session
Sure.
and budget process this summer. and planning now for the 2022 elections. Over the past year, many educators were vilified for teaching hard truths, and our schools again were turned into political footballs. We cannot let this happen again in 2022. Education will be a critical topic in races from the U.S. Senate, state legislature, to our local school board races. So to close, as we, NCAE, prepare for 2022, we are very excited by the momentum behind our movement. Educators, you are on the move, and together we can do great things. Happy New Year!